Every day, we are bombarded with endless thoughts, emotions, and distractions. Our minds are constantly racing, trying to process everything happening around us. But what if there was a simple habit that could bring clarity, reduce stress, and help you navigate life's challenges with more confidence? What if just a few minutes a day could completely transform the way you think, act, and make decisions? Journaling is one of the most underrated yet powerful tools for self-improvement. It has been used by some of the greatest thinkers, leaders, and philosophers in history. From Marcus Aurelius to Leonardo da Vinci, from top athletes to world-class entrepreneurs, those who achieve greatness often share one common habit. They write down their thoughts. But here's the thing. Most people don't journal correctly. They either overcomplicate it, feel stuck staring at a blank page, or simply don't know how to make it a consistent and meaningful practice. And because of that, they miss out on the life-changing benefits that journaling can provide. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by your thoughts, struggled to make sense of your emotions, or wished you had a way to gain more clarity in your life, then this video is for you. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 powerful principles that will help you become a great journaler. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why journaling is so impactful, but you'll also have a clear roadmap to make it a lasting and transformative habit in your life. And before we dive in, if you want more content like this, make sure to follow. We are posting daily to help you on your journey of personal growth. 1. Just start. The first and most important lesson is simple. Just start. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't stress about the perfect journal, the best pen, or the most efficient method. Just write. One of the most effective ways to begin is by keeping it simple. When I first committed to journaling, I used a one-line-a-day journal. The idea is straightforward. Write 1 sentence every day. That's it. No pressure, no overwhelm. It's manageable, and it builds consistency. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and the impact has been profound. A single sentence may not seem like much, but over time, it accumulates into a powerful record of thoughts, experiences, and lessons learned. If the idea of journaling feels daunting, start small. Instead of committing to writing full pages every day, start with just 1 sentence. Instead of aiming for a 30-minute journaling session, begin with 5 minutes. It's similar to meditation. You don't start with an hour-long session. You start with 1 minute, then 5, and gradually build up from there. The key is to make it a habit. Build momentum. Journaling is not about producing perfect prose. It's about creating space for your thoughts and reflections. A great way to ease into journaling is by using structured formats. The Daily Stoic Journal, for example, provides daily prompts to guide your reflections. The 5-minute journal is another excellent option, as it encourages you to write briefly about gratitude, priorities, and affirmations. You can also start with specialized journals. A workout journal to track fitness progress, a reading journal to document books and insights, or a food journal to build awareness of eating habits. By choosing a specific focus, you make journaling more approachable and relevant to your life. The important thing is to just begin. No pressure, no perfection, just consistency. 2. Use a physical journal. In an age dominated by digital technology, there's something uniquely valuable about writing by hand. A physical journal offers permanence and reliability that digital tools often lack. Consider this. Walter Isaacson, the biographer of Steve Jobs, once shared a fascinating insight. While researching Jobs' life, they tried to retrieve his old digital journals, stored on one of the early Macintosh computers. Even with all of Jobs' technological expertise and access to the best engineers, they couldn't recover those files. The technology had become obsolete, rendering his thoughts inaccessible. Now contrast that with the journals of Leonardo da Vinci. Written hundreds of years ago, they are still legible today, providing insight into the mind of one of history's greatest thinkers. Journaling on paper ensures that your reflections remain accessible. You don't have to worry about outdated file formats, lost passwords, or software compatibility. Your thoughts exist in a tangible form, preserved for years to come. Beyond practicality, there's also a psychological benefit to writing by hand. It engages the brain differently than typing. Studies suggest that handwriting improves memory retention and cognitive processing. It forces you to slow down, to be intentional with your words, and to connect more deeply with your thoughts. There's also something freeing about being away from screens. Journaling by hand allows you to unplug, to escape the constant pull of notifications, and to create a space for uninterrupted self-reflection. If you want to develop a meaningful journaling practice, invest in a good notebook. Choose one that feels right for you. It doesn't have to be expensive or fancy, just something that you'll enjoy using. 3. Write for yourself. One of the biggest misconceptions about journaling is that it needs to be profound or polished. The truth is, your journal is for you. It doesn't have to impress anyone. It doesn't need to be grammatically perfect or beautifully written. It just needs to be honest. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, never intended for his writings to be published. His reflections, which we now know as meditations, were personal notes, private reminders to himself. Academic critics often point out that his writings are repetitive, but that repetition was intentional. He was reinforcing lessons, revisiting ideas, and processing his thoughts. He wasn't writing for an audience. He was writing for himself. Journaling is not about performance. It's about engagement. It's about wrestling with ideas, reflecting on experiences, and reminding yourself of what truly matters. 4. Make it a daily practice. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with journaling is inconsistency. They start strong but quickly lose momentum. The key to making journaling a transformative habit is to commit to it daily. Think about it like exercise. If you only go to the gym once a month, you won't see any real progress. But if you show up consistently, even if it's just for a few minutes, you build strength over time. The same principle applies to journaling. It's not about writing pages every day. It's about showing up. I always recommend tying journaling to a routine you already have. For example, if you drink coffee every morning, journal while you have your coffee. If you wind down before bed, write a few reflections from the day. Connecting journaling to an existing habit makes it easier to stay consistent. You don't have to write a lot. Some days, I only write a single sentence. Other days, I fill multiple pages. The point isn't quantity, it's presence. The act of sitting down with your journal, even for a brief moment, keeps you engaged in self-reflection. A great strategy to maintain consistency is to use prompts. Prompts eliminate the pressure of wondering what to write about. For instance, the Daily Stoic Journal provides a new question each day to reflect on. Some of my favorite prompts include: what challenge did I overcome today? What lesson did I learn this week? How can I reframe a recent setback as an opportunity? What do I want to remember about this moment in my life? Another helpful practice is evening journaling. Reflecting at the end of the day allows you to process experiences, acknowledge progress, and set intentions for tomorrow. Journaling daily doesn't mean you'll always have profound insights. Some days, your entries will feel mundane. That's okay. The value is in the practice itself. Over time, you'll look back and see patterns in your thinking, track your growth, and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. If you want to keep improving, follow this channel. We are posting every day to help you on your journey of personal growth. 5. Use your journal as a tool for problem solving. Journaling isn't just about recording your thoughts, it's about clarifying them. One of the most powerful ways to use a journal is as a problem-solving tool. Whenever I face a difficult decision or a challenging situation, I turn to my journal. I write out the problem, explore different perspectives, and challenge my assumptions. The Stoics had a concept called premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. It's the practice of anticipating difficulties before they arise. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, would visualize worst-case scenarios in advance. He believed that by mentally preparing for adversity, we could respond with greater resilience when challenges inevitably came. Journaling allows you to do this. When you write down your fears, they become less overwhelming. When you analyze obstacles, they become more manageable. A practical way to use your journal for problem solving is by writing a letter to yourself. Imagine that a friend is facing the same issue you're dealing with. What advice would you give them? Write that advice in your journal. Another technique is the Socratic questioning method. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this problem is as bad as I think? What's the worst that could happen? How have I successfully dealt with similar challenges in the past? What's within my control in this situation? By thinking critically about your problems, you gain clarity and develop a more constructive mindset. Your journal is also a space to track solutions. If you're working on improving a habit, document your progress. If you're trying to resolve a conflict, write down different ways to approach it. Many of history's greatest minds use journals as problem-solving tools. Thomas Edison kept thousands of notebooks filled with ideas, experiments, and insights. Albert Einstein's journals contain his thought processes, allowing us to see how he worked through complex theories. Your journal is more than a diary. It's a workshop for your mind, a place where you refine ideas, confront fears, and develop strategies for personal growth. Final thoughts. Journaling is one of the simplest, yet most powerful tools for self-improvement. It doesn't require expensive equipment, advanced knowledge, or special skills. All it takes is a notebook, a pen, and a willingness to engage with your thoughts. To summarize, here are the 5 key principles to becoming a great journaler. Just start. Don't overthink it. Begin with a single sentence if needed. Use a physical journal. Writing by hand enhances retention and creates a lasting record. Write for yourself. Your journal is a private space for honest reflection. Make it a daily practice. Small, consistent efforts lead to long-term growth. Use your journal for problem solving. Writing helps you gain clarity and develop solutions. If you incorporate these principles, you'll experience the benefits of journaling firsthand. You'll gain deeper self-awareness, process emotions more effectively, and cultivate resilience in the face of challenges. Remember, your journal is a tool for self-discovery. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. If you want more content like this, follow us. We are posting daily to support your journey of personal growth.